Hello everybody and welcome back to the Blues Knot channel. Today I am back with another Sporthop series episode. It's episode number 115 and today I am perhaps going to the biggest NPSL game that I've attended in the Sporthop series, as I'm going to be going to Farolito taking on Sacramento Gold in San Francisco. Now, the reason why I say this is the biggest game of the season is because this is the last game of the season in the NPSL, and the last playoff spot in the NPSL Golden Gate Conference is still up for grabs, and this game could most likely be the decider because both of these teams are only separated by 1 point. There's also another team called Academica SC that is 2 points behind that, but I'll explain why most likely they will not be in the picture in terms of the playoffs. But in terms of this game, for Farolito, it's very simple for them. If they win this game, then they are moving on into the playoffs. If they drew or lose this game, then they are out of the playoffs and they'll be eliminated. Now for Sacramento Gold, if they win this game, obviously they're moving on into the playoffs. But if they draw in this game, this is where things get interesting, and this is where I of course bring back what I said about Academica SC being 2 points behind them. Well, if Sacramento drew against Farolito, there'll be 3 points up on Academica, and right now Academica actually have a -2 goal differential, while Sacramento Gold currently have a +5 goal differential. So technically Sacramento Gold, if they draw in this game, as long as if Academica doesn't score like 8 goals or have a +8 goal differential in their game later tonight, then Sacramento Gold will be moving on into the next round. But either way, this is going to be a very exciting game. Playoffs is definitely on the line in this game. This is definitely going to be the biggest game of the season for both of these teams, and I expect this to be a heck of a matchup between both of them. So, we're going to see if that is going to be the case. Let's go soccer! So now I am inside the stadium, and actually both teams have just finished doing their pregame warm-up. I believe those are the Sacramento Gold players that just finished their pregame warm-up, and now the Farolito player are starting to kind of walk off the pitch as they have just finished their pregame warm-up. And now the players are heading to the center circle. I can't imagine what both of these teams are thinking right now, as they know that this could be the game that decide whether or not if they're going to be going to the playoffs this season. And the referee gets this match underway. Farolito will be going all blue today, going from right to left, while Sacramento Gold will be going all white tonight, going from left to right, as we're underway in potentially a big playoff decider here in San Francisco. Now they're going to try to play a center ball here, and now they're going to try to cross this one, and it is wide! Well, that player in the back post was all alone there, and even though it is a little bit tough to try to hit it on the volley, you got to think he should have done much better with that attempt. As they play again here on the wing area. Oh, that's a nice ball here, and it's in the back of the net there for Farolito, and there is the crucial first goal of this game. Well, the player, of course, celebrates too. That person there is raising the flag, as now they did also a little dance celebration there, which is definitely a little bit nice. But Farolito has got that crucial first goal in this playoff decider, and they lead at 1-0 in this game. So we reached the half-hour mark in this game, and so far it is still a 1-0 lead for Farolito. And really, after the opening 10 minutes where things kind of got a little bit cagey, things have really kind of opened up in this game, and that certainly the pace of this game has really picked up a little bit. Although the chances for both of these teams has been kind of come in a premium due to the fact that both of these teams have not been very good in terms of the final ball. But Farolito did able to put away one of their premium chances to go up 1-0. And now they are in the driver's seat of moving to the playoffs if they can hold on to this result. While for Sacramento, if they do not come back from this 1-0 deficit, they will be out of the playoffs. Now they're going to play this one into the middle. Thought about taking an ambitious effort, and it is going to be saved by the keeper there, as that was a very decent chance there for Sacramento to score the first goal, and goalkeeper comes up with a big save to keep this one at 1-0. And that's a nice little challenge there to win the ball, but it's given away in a bad spot here, and it is going to be gathered by the goalkeeper there as that shot wasn't very strongly hit. Player in the middle. Now they're going to try to play an overlap ball. This is a big chance here, and it's going to be saved by the goalkeeper. Here's a second effort, and there is a big shout there for a handball, but the referee is having none of it. As here comes Sacramento, though. There's definitely some green space for him to run. He's going to pass this one on the right side, looking to try to cross this one in. It's going to be clear the way only as far as that player, and that is going to go high and wide. And that is the halftime whistle. Halftime here in San Francisco. It's Farolito who is now in the driver's seat to get the last playoff spot here in the NPSL Golden Gate Conference with a 1-0 lead here at halftime over Sacramento Gold. So it's halftime here in San Francisco, and Farolito has a 1-0 lead over Sacramento. And like I said before, you know, certainly both of these team finals ball has been relatively poor in this game, although in the latter part of this first half, both of these teams are starting to create more chances that they had in the first 25 minutes, and that, you know, there was a couple of times that Farolito could have got that second goal, and a couple of times that Sacramento could have got that equalizer. But certainly for Sacramento, you know, if they want to move on into the playoffs, have a chance to move on into the playoffs, they have to score a goal or at least get a draw out of this game. Otherwise, it will be Farolito that is going to be moving on into the last playoff spot. Although Farolito's got to be a little bit careful too, because if they do give up this 1-0 lead and if they end up drawing this game, then they will be eliminated from the playoffs. And now both teams are back on the pitch, and we're just about to get ready for the start of the second half. And the referee gets this second half underway. Well, as the resort stands right now, Farolito is going to be going to the playoffs. And now what do we have here? Looks like we're going to have the fourth official giving the referee a new ball, as I think that one actually went over the fence. But as I said, as it stands, Farolito will be moving on into the playoffs and get that last spot in the Golden Gate Conference. But if Sacramento Gold does get a goal back and get the equalizer or win this game, then they are going to be the one that gets the last spot in the Golden Gate Conference playoff. That player is able to get behind that defender there, as here comes Farolito. And he is still going here, and it is going to be saved, but it's going to be gathered by the goalkeeper, as make sure that there is no scraps left to pick up there by the Farolito attacker. So they have 5 minutes to rescue their season and potentially go to the playoffs as that ball comes in, and it's in the back of the net, and Sacramento has got the equalizer. The fans celebrate here in the stands as Sacramento has got the equalizer, and it was just a simple Route 1 ball, and as I said, all it takes is one good bounce and one good bounce of fortune for them to have a chance to strike it into the back of the net, and there it is. It is now 1-1 here in this game, and now all of a sudden, Sacramento is back in the driver's seat of making the playoffs, and Farolito is just 4 minutes away from getting eliminated from the playoffs. 1 minute into what looked like could be 3 minutes of stoppage as this ball play here on the left side. The player trying to cross this back in, and it is going to be clear the way there for a corner, as that ball was dangling in the 3-yard area and was screaming for an Farolito player to tap it in, but that was not the case. But it is going to be a corner here, as that ball was cleared away off of one of the Sacramento player. And that ball was able to get there, but it's going to be blocked away. And he kind of ran into his own teammate, and that is going to be wide there. And that is the full-time whistle. Full-time here in San Francisco, as Sacramento Gold has salvaged a 1-1 draw in this game. And now they're going to have to wait later tonight to see whether or not if they, of course, can make the playoffs. And Obviously now they have a 3-point lead over Academica. And as long as if Academica doesn't score more than 7 goals, they of course will make it to the playoffs. But as for Farolito, their season is done, as they of course are unable to win this game that they need to in order to have a chance to make the playoffs this season. So it's finished here as I'm now walking out of the stadium, and in the end it was an honors even draw between Sacramento and Farolito. But most importantly, Sacramento are now in the driver's seat of moving into the playoffs. And like I said, as long as later tonight if Academica doesn't score more than 7 goals, they will be moving on into the playoffs and get that last spot. But Farolito is now eliminated from the playoffs, and I'll tell you what, for the majority of the second half, I really thought that they were going to hold on to that 1-0 lead, because Sacramento, they just couldn't create anything, and that really Farolito was just pretty much putting 10 guys behind the box and playing a low block, and that Sacramento just have no answer in terms of breaking that low block that Farolito has. But as I mentioned, all it takes is one fortunate bounce or one fortunate long ball for Sacramento to give them a chance to basically strike it into the back of net. And boy, that is exactly what happened with 3 minutes left. Just a simple long ball that Sacramento got a fortunate bounce off of it. It actually came off of one of the Farolito player, but then that Sacramento player was able to get there and strike it into the back of the net. And just like that, they got that crucial equalizer and got themselves back in the driver's seat of making the playoffs. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure you guys leave a like, smash that subscribe button, and yeah, I of course will see you guys next time with another episode of the Sporthop series.